A 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, hello.
Serious Rock Talk back on the dial, traveling at a speed of 33 1/3 RPMs, where the vinyl will bring you to your preferred destination.
Yes, it will.
On with the show, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at the Jonely Sadler Studios, and in the studio next to me, a man who is not afraid to admit that he's always right, and him and I always argue about George Harrison, where he says he's overrated and I say he's underrated, and he still stands by overrated.
Dr. Ian Clark.
And you still stand by it.
Damn right I do. Grossly overrated.
And in the man to the booth across of us that does not want to get in the middle of this argument because he's afraid he might get his ears bitten off.
On both sides. Stephen Wheeler.
Stephen Wheeler's in the house.
The dog house.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. So today we have a show regarding our albums that we like year per year, Ian.
By year,
By
really.
year, yeah.
Favorite albums by year.
So when it comes to albums that a band puts forward, sometimes their first album is a home run and ride the wave on it, or they outdid themselves on the follow-up. Many times the follow-up was a bust. Enter Frampton Comes Alive.
Blah, 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 blah.
So here we have put a list of which we feel is some of the best albums of that year. Now, there's many albums of many years, but we're not going to do 15 albums a year. No. What we're going to do is we're going to go, Ian's going to start from actually 56 to 70.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, and then you guys won't get excited up until about 65. So when 65 rolls around, then you'll get really, really excited. So
True story.
And I just want to explain to our listeners why we choose that date. Because we're going with LP technology, so actual albums. Prior to that, it was mostly 45s or very short records. Shellac. And so
EPs. Extended plays.
Wait a second, yeah.
So the reason why we're going there is because the long play records arrive in the 50s, but rock doesn't really start till 56. Because before that, the main export and the main style that Americans were listening in by ricochet the entire world was jazz, but we're not a jazz show, so that's why we're starting at 56.
I'll take that. That's fair.
That's fair enough. So, leading it on from 1956, my main man, Dr. Clark, will guide us into it.
Thank you very much. Let me preface this by saying when I speak about great albums, what I mean is that all the songs, or almost all the songs on the album are great, not 2 or 3, because we all bought those and got ripped off. They have to be great. This is incredibly rare, like winning $1 million lottery. Next criteria, I have to know the album. Likely it is in my collection. I mention what I think are the most outstanding songs on each album to give it more relevance. So let's go. 1956, Elvis Presley, titled Elvis Presley. Okay, I said this in a previous show. As John Lennon once said, before Elvis, there was nothing. And there was nothing before Elvis. He's that important. Elvis Presley's first album, Blue Suede Shoes, Tutti Frutti, I Got a Woman, Blue Moon. Like, it was a knockout. In fact, so influential, The Clash, whatever is that, 25 years later, copied the layout of the album with pink, green, and I think it was black and white.
Yep.
1957, Here's Little Richard. If he did nothing else, he would be immortal. Little Richard is so ridiculously influential in rock and roll. I mean, from helping the Beatles to having Jimi Hendrix in his band. It's absurd. First album, Tutti Frutti, Rip It Up, Long Tall Sally. He knocked it out of the park. Everly Brothers, same year with Bye Bye Love. It's a great album. The best 2-part harmony in the world, and it still stands. Everly Brothers greatly influenced the Beatles. Huge. In fact, Paul McCartney wrote a song for them, which is a great song, actually. 1958, Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly's debut album. You forget Buddy Holly was only 21 when he died. He did so much. 1958, Peggy Sue's on it. You're So Square, Baby, I Don't Care. Every Day. Like these classic, simple 3/4 chord songs. And that was Buddy Holly, 1958. 59 was Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry is on top. Okay, this is an amazing album. Roll Over Beethoven, Maybelline, Johnny B. Good, Oh Carol. Like it sounds like kind of the B-sides for the Rolling Stones. And the Rolling Stones did a lot of Chuck Berry stuff, and they do to this day. Hugely influential. And it's a great album. The Ventures, 1960. Okay, the Ventures were an instrumentalist guitar group, and they had, everyone knows them because of the Hawaii Five-0 theme, but Walk, Don't Run was on this album, Sleepwalk, Raunchy. The trivia behind Raunchy is the song that George Harrison played when he auditioned for the Beatles, and he got the gig, obviously. 1961, Dion DiMucci, Run Around Sue and The Wanderer on one album. Incredible. This is when Dion left the Belmonts and he went in his own. Dion is still around, great voice, hugely influential, which is why you'll find his picture on the front of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. 1962, The Beach Boys, Surfing Safari. I'm breaking my rule because not every song is great in this album, but it established the Beach Boys sound, okay? And it helped establish really surf music, which I happen to love. Isley Brothers, the same year as Twist and Shout. Again, my criteria is kind of low-leveled here because Twist and Shout is an incredible song. Not sure it's an incredible album, but they were a great group, the Isley Brothers. 1963, The Beatles, Please Please Me. This is their debut album. I have it. It's interesting. I Saw Her Standing There, Chains. I think that's a Carole King song. It was a great album.
Are we in the period where the British pressings and the American pressings are different, or are they similar at this point?
I won't get into it, but the DJ records and stuff, yeah. Live at the Apollo, James Brown, 63. Live at the Apollo, I have the album, the original release, and the sound is not very good. It was re-released after Michael Jackson said it was one of his most influential albums he'd ever heard. So after Jackson said that in the 80s, boy, did that take off. 1964, The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night. This was, you could term it a soundtrack album, but it has stuff like I Should Have Known Better, If I Fell, and I Love Her. What a great album that is, A Hard Day's Night. In fact, it's a really fun movie, if you ever want to check it out. 64, The Rolling Stones, 12 by 5. This is their second studio album. So it's got stuff like Time on My Side, It's All Over Now, Around and Around. I mean, it's a great album. If you want that kind of bluesy, raw Stones feel before they went kind of hippie-ish around 68, pick up 12 by 5.
I have that album.
Yeah, that's a great album.
I have it's a German pressing. It's even written in German, like the songs.
Nice.
Incredible, eh?
Yeah. Well, no, the album is in English, but
but is it a good album? Like,
I love the
sounds
12 by
good?
5. Oh yeah, no. You know me. I'm biased, right? I love the Stones because I prefer them over the Beatles.
The Beatles. Well, that's fine. We'll let you live. 1965, Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited. Well, yeah. I mean, the ultimate classic album.
Is that with him with the hat?
I think, yeah.
He's got the hat with the guitar or something.
Like a Rolling Stone, one of the best songs ever written, Ballad of a Thin Man. I mean, oh, come on. It doesn't, I want to go through the Byrds, same year, Mr. Tambourine Man. Yeah, what's on that? Gene Clark's I'll Feel a Whole Lot Better. Dylan's maybe it's Dylan's All I Really Want to Do. I mean, it's a great album. In the same year, see, the Beatles were on a roll here. This is why they're so influential. Rubber Soul, Nowhere Man, Drive My Car, Michelle. Stop it. Just stop it. The quality of the songs in the album are so ridiculously good that you're frozen. 66, The Beach Boys, Pet Sound. If I recall, once we did a brief podcast where I just discussed that album alone. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. I know I'm not alone on that. Millions will support that.
I
but-
never would have thought that was your favorite album.
Yeah, for some reason it comes as a surprise to my comrades here. But it's everything about that album is absurdly good. The songwriting, the lyrics, the production. What's going on? The Beatles' Revolver from that year. Here we go again. Like Eleanor Rigby, Taxman, Yellow Submarine, Here, There, Everywhere, my favorite Beatle ballad. They could do no wrong. 66 was Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde. Like, again, these are ridiculous classics. Rainy Day Women, Visions of Joanna, Just Like a Woman. Stop it, right? The Rolling Stones came out with Aftermath, Mother's Little Helper, Under My Thumb, Lady Jane. It doesn't stop. It just keeps getting better.
Keep it going, Doc. Come on, I love this. I love it. Keep
The
it going.
Monkees, I'm a Believer, Last Train to Clarksville, I Want to Be Free, 1966. And then 67, oh, I don't know, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Come on, keep going.
Here you go. I'm not going to stop here. The Velvet Underground and Nico. What's Femme Fatale's on that? Venus and Furs, Sunday Morning. The Doors' first album, like with Light My Fire. I'm not going to go through the list.
Are you experienced?
Are you experienced? Sure. Jimi Hendrix with, what was on that? Foxy Lady, Red House, Manic Depression. It's a great album.
Magical Mystery Tour.
Pardon me?
Magical Mystery Tour.
Magical Mystery Tour? Sure.
That's my favorite Beatles album. I love that album.
Mad with Your Mother Should Know, and I Am the Eggman, and You Are the Walrus.
No? You don't like Traffic, Mr. Fantasy?
Good songs, but not the album.
No, not the album? Okay.
Not the album.
Okay.
There we go. The Beatles Magical Mystery Tour, Jefferson Airplane, 67, Surrealistic Pillow. I just bought the reissue. It weighs like 400 grams. Someone to Love, White Rabbit. If you get any Jefferson Airplane album, get that one. I think you'll really love it. 68, Beggar's Banquet, Les Rolling Stones.
Solid album.
Great album. Sympathy for the Devil, Street Fighting Man. Simon and Garfunkel, Bookends. Yeah, our family played that so much we wore it out. I mean, Faking It is on it. America. It's just an amazing album. Beatles' White Album. Yeah. Elvis Presley's 1968 comeback special. I knew an Elvis Presley maniac who swore this is the best thing he ever did. I tend to, I think it's number 2 aside from his debut album. It's an incredible special. Check it out. You can get the album, you can buy the video. It's his last hurrah before Las Vegas swallowed him up.
And I think your friend was probably having that reaction because he's coming out of the 60s with all those horrible movies that we were getting just systematically worse.
Yeah.
So nobody actually probably thought Elvis still had it in him at that
Blue
point.
Hawaii is a good Oscar-nominated movie.
Yeah, it was incredible. I remember it changed people's lives. As Gretel Marcus, a rock critic, famously said, he did this with 3 chords? Yeah. The Byrds, Sweetheart of the Rodeo, 1968. If you didn't have that album, you probably wouldn't have the Eagles. It's just that easy. I mean, it's the first country rock album. Didn't sell well, but it's a great album. Get it on vinyl. 69, Beatles, Abbey Road. I'm not going to go through that. It's absurd.
Just side B.
Yeah, really, everything is good.
It's the
Here
solid.
Comes the Sun. I'm like, forget about it. The Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed. Amazing album. Gimme Shelter, Midnight Rambler. Yeah. That's Zeppelin 2. A Whole Lot of Love, Heartbreaker, Livin' Lovin' Maid. What? 1970, Van Morrison, Moondance. Again, every song is good. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Deja Vu, Woodstock, Our House, Teach Your Children. Incredible. The Beatles, Let It Be, Long and Winding Road, Across the Universe, Neil Young, After the Gold Rush. I think it's his best album. The Doors, Morrison Hotel, Roadhouse Blues, Peace Frog, Maggie McGill. The Guess Who, American Woman, No Time, No Sugar Tonight. Santana, Abraxas album, Omi Como Va, Samba Pati, Black Magic Woman. I think it's his best album. And George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. I think if it had been a single album, it would have been like almost a work of genius. Unfortunately, George kept going, and I think it diluted it. There's some good stuff there.
It's a 3 album.
I think the 3
And
album,
I only listened
yeah.
to one of them.
Like most people, I think.
My sweet lord, that's it.
I mean, you need serious hallucinogenics to get through 6 songs.
He looks like a bum though on the cover. He's wearing like rubber boots. And
I know. And
He looks like a gnome. Actually, looks like a garden gnome.
I know.
And I love Harrison. I think he's underrated. Right, Ian?
Yeah, God bless you. CCR, Cosmos Factory. Yeah, traveling band, Run Through the Jungle, Look at My Back Door. Everyone had that album. 71, Led Zeppelin 4, Black Dog, Stairway to Heaven, When the Levee Breaks. Great album, great production on that album. I love it. Same year, Rolling Stones, Sticky Fingers, Boy Were They on a Roll, Wild Horses, Brown Sugar, Dead Flowers. The Who with Who's Next. I'm not sure if it's better than Quadrophenia, but it's a pretty amazing album, right? The Doors, L.A. Woman. It's funny, The Doors, their best album was their first one, and second best, I think, was their last one. That's really weird. Allman Brothers, Live at the Fillmore. Yeah, that everyone knows that album because they're such great musicians. It's an amazing recording. It was a classic. And trivia, it was one of Jimmy Carter's favorite albums. Dig that. Jethro Tull, Aqualung. I wore it out. What an incredible album. We didn't even know it was prog rock. It was just an amazing album. 71, a lot of people who love David Bowie think this is his best album, Hunky Dory. Changes is on it, Pretty Things is on it, Life on Mars. Next year, 72, Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. I prefer that. Amazing album. Neil Young, Harvest, I think is his second best album.
I love that album.
It's a great album. Yeah. Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street, Tumble Dice, Happy. Probably not my I think it could be overrated, but some people swear by Exile. Deep Purple, bought it when it came out. Machine Head, yeah. Smoke on the Water, Lazy, Highway Star. It's an amazing album. Something called Dark Side of the Moon by a band called Pink Floyd. Yeah. The Who, Quadrophenia. Just an incredible concept album. I think it's their best album. And I think it tops Who's Next. I think it's a double album maybe. 73, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I think it's Elton John's best album. Well, double album. Every song is great, and the same with Paul McCartney and Wings Band on the Run from 73. I think McCartney could have stopped there, probably should have. 74, Supertramp, Crime of the Century. I think it's their best album. Every song is so strong. ELO, El Dorado, Wore It Out. Every song is fantastic. BTO, Not Fragile. If you like the music, it's a great collection of songs, rather. All this stuff. 75, I'm going to veer off with Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's a soundtrack. But every song is great. It's a great movie. Richard O'Brien wrote it. Pick it up. Same year, Eagles, One of These Nights. You know, aside from that song, After the Thrill Is Gone, Your Lion Eyes, Take It to the Limit. What an amazing album. Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare. Sure. Black Widow, Only Women. I'm learning the guitar playing Only Women. 76, Eagles, Hotel California. Yeah. Same year, Frampton Comes Alive. Like, it doesn't stop it. I mean, 77, Saturday Night Fever. What an incredible soundtrack, double album.
Meatloaf, Bad out of Hell.
And add to it, Rumors. Yeah. One of the best-selling albums of all freaking time. Young people love Rumors. It sells out. I was talking to a guy in a vinyl shop about 2 weeks ago, and he said, yeah. He said he can't keep Rumors in. The under 20 crowd. Scoop it out.
Clapton, Slow Hand, eh?
No, I wouldn't go with that.
No?
No. you can throw it in.
Yeah, I'm throwing it in there.
Throw it in. Iggy Pop, Lust for Life. I think it's Iggy's best. His head was clear. 78, Parallel Lines, Blondie. Yeah, we all love Debbie Harry. Every song is good. They kind of ridden that horse since then. I saw them 3 times in concert, and basically, I don't know, over half of it is easily Parallel Lines.
Van Halen debut album, 78.
There you go. Toss it in. See, you guys start to toss your stuff in, because I'm going to end, well, some girls with Rolling Stones.
Oh, that's a good, I have that one too. It's got all those, like, those, they're all like cartoons. It's like a comic.
Oh, yeah.
Screens or something.
Yeah.
I think it's their last great album, maybe not song, great album.
How about The Cars? The Cars. My best friend's
girlfriend, she used to be mine. Listen, I bought it. It didn't age well.
Is that Shake It Up? Is that the one? Shake It Up.
Shake It Up. That might have been the second one. That's actually not a bad song.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it might be the second one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, 100% sure.
Well, keep going, Doc. Come on. You got
79
79. Come
Supertramp,
on.
Breakfast
Yeah.
in America, logical song. Take the long way home.
Take a jumbo,
Yeah.
cross the water. Like
Do
to
you
see
really know
America.
that?
That's my favorite. I love that album.
It's a great album. I mean, The Clash, London Calling, Train in Vain, London Calling, Brand New Cadillac. What an amazing album, double album.
AC/DC, Highway to Hell.
Yep.
There you go. The Arc of a Diver, Steve Winwood, 1980. Steve Winwood is obviously a genius. I mean, 81, now I'm starting to fade.
Oh, 80 before you go. Blizzard of Oz, Ozzy Osbourne with Crazy Train. Just thought I'd mention that.
Oh, yeah.
No, you guys toss it in. This is not my face value. Phil Collins, I don't think it's aged well. When it came out, it was everywhere. And Roger Waters of Pink Floyd once said, I'm tired of his omnipresence in my life, because you couldn't get away from Phil Collins. 82, Michael Jackson, Thriller. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 83, David Bowie, Let's Dance. I think it's the last great David Bowie album.
Brian Adams, Cuts Like a Knife.
Right on, because there you go.
I had to put that in there. ZZ Top, Eliminator, Sharp Dressed Man, She's Got Legs. That was their last album to me.
That was, I think,
The last good one.
Best album.
Well, Tres Hombres was good.
That was pretty
Yeah,
good too.
true.
We left that one hanging there because it's just like Grange.
They're a pretty good band. Like they were known as like America's loudest band for a while.
Yeah.
Imagine that, like a Spinal Tap thing. They were
But-
the loudest band.
I think ZZ Top is a little like AC/DC. They found their sound and
I
they
know,
haven't deviated
I know.
from it in 40 years.
Well, 83 is the year that we're still at. So I got Synchronicity by The Police. I put War by U2. Sports by Huey Lewis and the News, and Shout at the Devil by Motley Crue.
Okay.
Those are, and I have those all on vinyl. I can't believe I just admitted to the Huey Lewis one, but I have it.
84 got Tina Turner, Private Dancer. Great album. What's Got Love Got to Do with It? I Can't Stand the Rain. Let's Stay Together. It reinvented her career.
And I think it introduced her to a much larger public because before
Sure
that,
did.
it was mostly the soul crowd.
Are we 84, you said, right?
84,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got Van Halen 84, Bryan Adams Reckless. I got Prince Purple Rain. And I got to put Ride the Lightning by Metallica.
Oh, yeah.
It's
On vinyl.
And they actually, Springsteen's album, Born USA, is one of the top albums. It just celebrated 40 years.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Dancing in the Dark, that's where Courtney Cox got her first big break.
She got up at the stage there.
Yeah, got on the stage. So 85, Ian, what do you got?
85, I got Songs from the Big Chair, Tears for Fear with Shout, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Head Over Heels. Amazing album.
I got Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms, Motley Crue, Theater of Pain, LL Cool J, Radio, and Phil Collins, No Jacket Required. Wheels?
More or less the same thing as you. Because when we hit the 80s, there are just so many albums. I mean,
This is where it becomes a mesh now.
yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah, we'll just pick up maybe 86, Paul Simon, Graceland.
Beastie Boys, License to Ill.
Sure. Peter Gabriel's So with Sledgehammer.
Oh, that was a good album. Metallica, Master of Puppets. That's, I think, Ride the Lightning. I love Ride the... I don't know, man. I'm on the fence. I kind of like... I just like them all.
Yeah, no, exactly. The early
It's just-
80s Metallica, it was hit after hit after hit. Like,
Oh.
these were albums you don't get tired of.
Paul Simon, Graceland.
Yeah. Van Halen 5150, did we say?
That's the first one with Sammy Hagar. How could you put that on there? But it is on there. It's a good album. I can't lie. 87.
87, In Excess, Kick. Devil Inside, New Sensation, Love Never Tear Us Apart.
U2, The Joshua Tree.
Which is pretty much the last really great one.
What's
that they
what?
made.
You have U2?
Yeah, Joshua Tree. It's the one where they found the sound, and after that, there are some interesting albums, but they're not as good as the Joshua Tree, I think.
Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Detection, where you got Welcome to the Jungle, My Michelle, Mr. Brownstone, Night Train.
Surfing with the Alien.
That's Josiah Triani.
Ready?
Oh, here's one, Ian, I put just for you. George Harrison, Cloud 9.
I can't understand how I missed that. Oh, poor George.
I actually like that album. I just do. I don't know why.
Every song is so strong.
Not really.
Doubt it.
Kennedy, you have to say, Motley Crue, Girls. Come on.
That's a good one, too, actually. 88, I have GNR Lies and Traveling Wilburys Volume 1, NWA Straight Outta Compton. Ian.
I got nothing.
Okay.
For those of you that actually like an acoustic album, this is the year Tracy Chapman comes out. And I think that one just got
got a fast
re-released majorly.
'89. It's interesting. I'm gonna put some old school hip hop. I'm putting Young MC, Cold Stone Rhyming. This is one with Principal's Office, I Come Off, and Bust a Move. Also, Aerosmith Pump with Janie's Got a Gun. Loving an Elevator. That was a solid album. This is where Aerosmith started becoming relevant again, Ian.
Yeah, kind of. That is a good album.
Because it was Permanent Vacation, Pump, and then, well, we'll get to the year with the other.
Yeah. But in '89, the B-52s to me, like when I was growing up, I had like around that age, I was really into the '50s, and the B-52s, they were like the bridge between like a sound that slightly vintage, but.
And the whole 50s, retro get up.
Oh, and with the hair, too.
For me, actually, still '89, I got Don Henley, End of the Innocence.
Yeah,
I really love that album.
Big selling album.
And as Canadians, we have to mention the Tragically Up to Here.
Up to Here. I got Michael Bolton, Soul Provider. I'm not joking. That's a very good album.
It's up to you. I have Fine Young Cannibals, The Raw, and The Cooked.
Did we mention Bleach by Nirvana?
No, but it was their first album. Go ahead. So now we're hitting to 1990. Wow. So there's so many to choose from. So I'm gonna pick I'm gonna go with the Black Crowes Shake Your Money Maker.
Yeah.
And you know what? Vanilla Ice to the extreme. I'm just gonna put it there.
1990. At 1990, we can't pass over MC Hammer.
I mean, the albums though.
Yeah. No, MC Hammer. Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him. It's one of two albums that he made that were. I mean, if you grew up in those years,
I remember
you can
the video.
Yeah.
And you know what? For the metalheads, Pantera, Cowboys from Hell.
True, yeah.
That was a good album. 91, here we go. Nirvana, Nevermind. U2, Achtung Baby. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Pearl Jam, 10. Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears. Brian Adams, Wake Up the Neighbors. I think I'm going through my whole vinyl collection here.
Sounds like it.
R.E.M. Out of Time. Michael Bolton, Time, Love, and Tenderless. Yeah. GNR, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Tom Cochrane, Mad Mad World. That was a solid album. Is there a hip one there?
Yeah, Road Apples. Actually, the title was supposed to be different, wasn't it? Wasn't that one supposed to be named Saskatchewan?
Oh, yeah, Saskadelphia.
Saskadelphia, thank you.
Then I actually put some hip-hop here, which is Del the Funky Homo Sapien, and the album's called I Wish My Brother George Was Here. And the reason why I put that album, that was a breakout album for him, because his cousin, Ice Cube, did a couple of cameos on his album. So, 1993, Dr. Clark.
Nothing.
I got Counting Crows, August, and everything after. Nirvana, In Utero. Wheels, what do you got?
Automatic for the People by REM. That was on a chronic rotation on my, on my turntable. At that point, it was a CD.
Oh, there you go.
And MTV Unplugged by Eric Clapton, which is, I think, the only good one he put out in the late 80s, early 90s.
I have that, yeah.
I got also Collective Soul, Hints, Allegations, and Things Left Unsaid. That was supposed to be their demo album, and then ended up becoming their actual first album.
Yeah, we spoke about that once. That was on one of our podcasts. Yeah. You mentioned it.
And they opened up for Aerosmith at the Eat the Rich tour in 1994, which leads me into 1994. I got MTV Unplugged for the Nirvana, and I got Soundgarden, Super Unknown. Wheels?
Hootie and the Blowfish. Not the most rock album ever. Crack Rear View Mirror, but if you grew up in the 90s, that album was everywhere, even on Friends. So
yeah, it was.
People that are listening to us that are in their teens and 20s, you've heard of Hootie and the Blowfish in an episode on Friends.
You couldn't get away from them.
Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreaming. That was one of their albums that just kind of broke out for me. And I discovered actually Dave Matthews while watching Saturday Night Live.
Really?
And that's how I started liking them. 95.
Sorry, 94. The last great album by Pink Floyd, Division Bell.
Oh, that was the second album with no Roger Waters.
Yeah.
So 95, I got the Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy and Infinite Sadness. Ozzy Osbourne, Osmosis, and Foo Fighters came out.
I was going to say, you can't pass over. Coolio, Gangster's Paradise, the one he's really remembered for. And as a Canadian, we have to mention Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, which is the only album of hers you can actually go through completely without stopping.
There is a Foo Fighters connection because Taylor Hawkins was her drummer.
And then really?
She introduced him to David Grohl, and all the history is made.
Nice.
96, Dr. Clark, what do you got? Nothing.
I got nothing from now on.
Oh, that's terrible.
Not really. That's honest.
I got actually the Gin Blossoms, Congratulations, I'm Sorry. That's the one I got.
Wallflowers, Bringing Down the Horse, which is the one album by the son of Dylan that I actually found really good.
Yeah, everybody knows this. What was the hit on it again?
One
One
Headlight.
Headlight, and then there was 6th Avenue Heartache.
Yeah, there was one. He looked so much like his dad.
Oh, God, yeah.
One Headlight.
And 96, my personal favorite Tragically Hip album, Trouble at the Hen House.
That's a good album.
Everybody knew that album.
That's a good album. 97, I'm going with a little Canadian love here. The Tea Party, Transmission. Wheels?
Notorious B.I.G., Life After Death. But not necessarily the most rock thing, but that's actually when I discovered him. And In Excess, their last really good album, Elegantly Wasted.
That's it. It's a decent album.
It's a decent
Okay,
album. Yeah.
Wouldn't
It's his wife on the cover, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, that's his wife.
I didn't know that.
I also put Creed, My Own Prison, because apparently they're relevant again. 1998, Dr. Clark, you got nothing?
I got nothing. I'm proud of it.
You're proud of it. So I got Smashing Pumpkins, Adore, and Kid Rock, Devil Without a Cause.
And I have Pearl Jam, Yield.
CD in French. 1999, this was a sad year, so Foo Fighters, There's Nothing Left to Lose. And I have the Eminem Slim Shitty LP, Californication by Chili Peppers. Is there a Dre one on there?
Yeah, well, is it the self-title or was it? No, sorry, it's a 2001.
Yeah, 2001, Dr. Dre. Could we miss the Chronic? Oh, the Chronic should be on there somewhere. But 2000, I got, this was actually a very sad year, the Marshall Mathers LP, U2 All That You Could Leave Behind, and then Bare Naked Ladies Maroon. And then I threw AC/DC Stiff Upper Lip because I have it.
And you've pretty much rounded into the year 2000.
Yeah. 2001, Nickelback, Silver Side Up. That's all I got.
I mean, Weezer's Green Album was okay.
Yeah, that's a
it's
good one.
not their best, but not their worst either.
As you can see, folks, this is where it starts to really
Yeah, we're starting to tread water.
tread water. 2002, Ian, you're going to laugh. I put Bruce Springsteen, The
Oh,
Rising.
you can leave now.
Okay. Avril Lavigne's self-debut album, Foo Fighters, One by One. This is not going good. 2003.
Well, we have to remember this is the years where Coldplay was really big. So, like, rock became but I mean by that rock just got very quiet.
2000.
Well, it got sensitive.
True. Yeah.
It's not even rock. I'm not sure what's going on.
2003, I put the Beatles' Let It Be Naked.
Oh, you are desperate. It's just a remix of a 20-year-old album. But if
20, more than 20
30, you make it worse.
40.
Well, 30.
No, 60. What is it, 68?
70.
Oh, yeah, okay. 33 to be exact.
33 and a third, man.
33 and a third. 2004, this is where Vanilla Ice says this is where the lost generation started, where the music did not mimic the fashion, where people were not going to shopping malls as often. The iPhone came in and just ruined everything. So here we go. 2004 onwards is very weak, my friends. Boy, I have Green Day, American Idiot, Jay-Z and Linkin Park Collision Course. Wheels?
The Encore by Eminem. That's pretty much it, because Coldplay, again, is ruling the airwaves at this point.
And Ian's got nothing.
Well, maybe. I mean, American Idiot's an interesting album, but I don't think it's that strong. But that's just me.
I was grasping for
I
straws.
can tell.
2005, I got Foo Fighters In Your Honor and 30 Seconds to Mars,
You
A
like
Beautiful
them.
Lie. I do. And then obviously I'm a huge Nickelback guy and I'm not afraid to admit it. Nickelback, all the right reasons.
Santana had a kind of a comeback at that point with All That I Am.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
album.
it was an interesting hit.
2006, Wheels, what do you got? Actually, Dr. Clark, what do you got?
Oh, I got a headache. No,
Okay.
what do I have? I'm looking at a list here. There's nothing for me here.
All right, Wheels,
Stadium Arcadium by Red Hot Chili Pepper, and that's it.
I got Ice Cube, Laugh Now, Cry Later. 2007, Dr. Clark, anything?
Well, no, but I know a Fall Out Boy fanatic, and listed here as Fall Out Boy Infinity on High. This young woman swears by Fall Out Boy. She follows them around the continent. So, I mean, I don't quite get it, but it doesn't matter.
I'm going to put Foo Fighters, Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace.
And to me, Black Rain is Ozzy Osbourne's comeback after, I think we're after the Osbournes on MTV, right? At
Yeah.
that point? Yeah.
Or maybe the longest, 2007, eh?
2008. Well, you got to put Taylor Swift Fearless. You got to put Miley Cyrus Breakout. You got to put Pink Funk House and Flowrider Mail on Sunday. God, that was an awful year. 2008.
I got nothing.
2009 Wheels. What do you got?
I've got Pearl Jam, Backspacer, and that's it as well.
That's it. 2010. What do you got?
The Soundgarden album was the only thing that really did anything for me. Well, Recovery by Eminem, but at that point, I think he's starting to not tread water. But
he had nothing to prove. I got actually B.O.B. B.O.B. presents The Adventures of Bobby Ray, and we have to put Taylor Swift Speak Now because that's all we got.
Exactly.
2011, it was very, very weak. I'm just putting here Foo Fighters Wasting Light. That's it.
And you're right, that's the only good album in 2011.
2012, Ian, there's one album I know you want to put on there. Grrr. There you go. Rolling Stones.
Oh my God.
And that's pretty... Wow, no, actually Van Halen, A Different Kind of Truth, that was the comeback album that they brought back David Lee Roth after they let go of Gary Sharon.
It's true, yeah.
So
Bruno Mars, Unorthodox Jukebox, is it a great album? I don't know.
It is a good album, actually.
It is a good album, and it is his best.
He has some nice songs.
Yeah.
Can I take an album? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you can take it at a small dose.
2013, I got Kanye West, Yeezus.
Jesus.
That's it. 2014, Saint Vincent. So Saint Vincent, and man.
Sonic Highway was really good as a documentary. I'm not sure as an album.
Foo Fighters, and then Taylor Swift, 1989.
Big album for her.
It was huge. Wow. 2015. This is what happens, kids. Whenever the 70s and 80s are done, the 90s saturate it all. And now we're at 2015, and all I could give you is Foo Fighters Saint Cecilia. And it's an EP on top of that.
Really?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. 2016, Ian, I had to put it on there.
Yeah, I know. It's sad. That was his Black Star. I've listened to the whole album. It's really interesting. I don't think it's his best album. I want to say it's great because, hey, it's Bowie, and says, but it's not. And the Rolling Stones, Balloon Lonesome, a friend of mine gave it to me on vinyl. Yeah, it's a great blues album, but it's not a great Rolling Stone. It's covers of blues songs. I think they put it out as a filler and just to kind of keep their skin in the game, right?
And we have to mention A Moon-Shaped Pool by Radiohead, which was a really big hit that year.
Oh, that's right. And don't forget the Ronnie Spector English Heart, Ian.
Sure.
Yeah. And then Red Hot Chili Peppers, The Getaway. Wow, 2017. Okay, I had to put Kendrick Lamar, Damn, which because I put it on there because it actually won a Pulitzer Prize Award.
That's true, yeah.
That's one of and it deserves some respect. Yeah, this is what I got. That's all I got for 2017. 2018.
Greta Van Fleet was actually, because the thing is, they brought back the 70s sound to a certain degree.
They did.
They brought back Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Really?
2018, I got Bruce Springsteen on Broadway.
Oh, shut up.
That's all I have.
That's pitiful.
The fact that you were able to find that was, I mean...
You got to hand to the guy tried anyway.
Yeah, he's the Indiana Jones of trying to find like some gold in a huge mountain of turd.
But I made it up in 2019 just for you, Ian. Lana Del Rey, Norman Effin Rockwell.
You know what? I like her because she's kooky, but I can't take and I have a Lana Del Rey album. I can't take the full album without getting suicidal. She's
I think that's the point, isn't it?
Person. Very noir.
Yeah.
Very noir. And,
she's like something out of a 40s movie.
Yeah, and that's not her real name, of course.
Well, no.
Yeah. 2020, obviously Ordinary Man. This is Ozzy Osbourne's comeback album, and it's the one with Post Malone, Travis Scott, and he also had Duff on there. And
he had everybody on it.
He had Elton John.
Yeah.
Like, this is the album. Like, the self-titled Ordinary Man with Elton John, that song just kicks ass. I love it.
Good.
2020. 2021. Okay, Ian, I put this one on here because I think you're going to be cool with it. Neil Young, Carnegie Hall, 1970. They released it in 2021.
I have actually the video. Yeah, I mean, he's singing Harvest. He's singing all the songs, so of course it's good. But it's funny, Neil Young is like The Who, Pete Townsend. They really love their past catalog. They never leave it alone. So, of course, I'm with it.
I'm trying to remember if this is pre or post Pono. You know, his own. He released his own high definition player, and that's, I think, more or less the years where he got really big into his website, which are called the Neil Young Archives.
Yeah, the archives.
And I think isn't that also the era where he started putting out these insanely large box sets?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Well, 2022, I redeemed myself for Ian. I put the Beach Boys Sail On Sailor 1972. I don't know why
Did they re-release it or something?
They did, so that's why.
It's okay. It's not a great album.
Then I put Ozzy Osbourne Patient 9. Again,
Yes, we have to.
a follow-up album. Nickelback Get Rollin'. They're heavier on this one with their song San Quentin. So that's a good album. So I got that one. Now, 2023 I thought was a fantastic year for music.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Foo Fighters, but here we are. And I didn't want to put it on there because there was no Taylor Hawkins, but I put it on there out of respect. The Rolling Stones Hackney Diamonds. The Beatles Now and Then. You got Dolly Parton Rockstar. Miley Cyrus Endless Summer Vacation. Now people may laugh, but you know what? From start to finish, that album is a fantastic album.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually won 2 Grammys for that album. So that's all I have to say. Roger Waters, The Dark Side of the Moon Redux.
Which shows us why he has to be in Pink Floyd and not alone, because that's a horrible
You
disc.
actually heard it?
Yeah.
What's it like?
It's a bitter man singing music that he should have left in his past, I think.
Really, eh?
Yeah, and it's... I mean, I'm going to get crucified by Pink Floyd fans and Roger Waters fans for saying this, but...
What's the point?
I don't
Yeah,
even
no.
know any Roger Waters fans.
No, it's true.
Everyone I talked to, like, well, Gilmore. That was
Yeah.
pretty, So, and then 2024, which is the year right now, the only one I think, I like Pearl Jam Dark Matters. My buddy Kyle got it for me for my birthday, and it's a very good album. He's a huge Pearl Jam guy. Then there's a band called Vampire Weekend that came out with Only God Was Above Us.
They are a fantastic band.
They are, eh?
I don't know this album, but I'm just betraying my own ignorance. But Vampire Weekend is a really good band. They understand. It's difficult music.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Black Crowes, Happiness Bastards. Green Day came out with a Saviors album, Sheryl Crow Evolution, and Mark Knopfler, One Deep River, has done a solo album.
And it's
Yeah,
really good, actually.
Everybody was kind of waiting for him, though. You're one of those guys that hasn't done much.
Yeah. No, but it's good. I mean, I think he didn't do the mistake of a lot of people, which is raise your expectations.
No, that's the way to put it, yeah.
So this is what we have up until now, because we can't fast forward to 2025 because we don't know what garbage will come out next.
Well, we can bet on garbage.
But at the end of the day, I'm happy to say that I have, my vinyl collection. I have my spouse is gonna kill me if she hears this. I have like 90% of these on vinyl.
Well, I mean...
Not that much at all. Maybe not that much, but
I was listening to Moondance today. Yeah, I mean, vinyl's fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, please send us Serious Rock Talk at yahoo.com, which you think, by year, perhaps there's a particular year that jumps out, and that'd be really interesting. We'll read them on the air, because this is like a diary, right? Everyone has their own shtick. So I think it was a wonderful podcast. I learned a lot.
I'm happy you took the lead on the from 60, 57.
56 and all the way up to...
Because I actually like all the stuff. I kept going, keep going.
Yeah, I've never seen something, but then I started to tread water. I said,
damn it.
no, I'm faking it now. I knew when I started talking about Phil Collins, oh God, Ian, you're not gonna make it. Because I was treading.
Yeah, but you did good, brother. You went all the way up until...
I tried.
80... Hey, you went from 56 to 85.
I have a lot of albums. Peter Gabriel's So was the last cough. And I realized I'm dying here. And yeah, because I like particular songs, but the albums, I don't know them all. So anyway.
Unfortunately, we didn't have pure caffeine to shoot in his bloodstream right away. So that's why.
Well, we were talking about doing a show of favorite songs.
True, yeah.
And that's different. I'd be okay.
But what we're going to do next time around, bands that released back to back to back banger albums. So
Is that triple hit?
Yeah.
Like a triple?
triple albums, and I already have a couple of bands in my mind. I know you have a couple.
I have a few, yeah.
So there's bands that have done 3 solid albums from back to back to back. Not that they released a good album, then it was garbage, then they released another garbage album, then did 2 good ones. No, back to back.
That's
to back.
extremely rare.
Very rare. And I have one band right around my head that we're going to get ready for next time around. And I know Ian's got probably
I've
a
got
couple.
about 3.
I got about 3 or 4 in my head too. Wheels, I know you have a couple. And a lot of people be like, oh yeah. Just think about this, listeners. Like Ian says, seriousrocktalk@yahoo.com. Send us some topics. Back to back to back banger albums from the same band that did it 3 times in a row. And on that note,
Yep.
I'm Ferris Kennedy saying see you soon.
Dr. Ian Clark saying goodbye.
Stephen Wheeler saying adios.
Au revoir.